It's our template class, so we're adding this new template to our collection today. I'm going to show you how to make this template and 4 Christmas cards to go with it. Hi everyone, welcome to SunnyDayStamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. I am so glad that you're here. It's the first Friday of the month, which means it's our template class. We are making a brand new template together, and then I'm going to show you how to use that template to make some really quick and easy cards for the holidays. I also have some other cards to show you that I made using templates from our new book, so that'll just give you even more ideas. For the card that we're making together today, head over to my blog post to get the measurements, and I'll share the measurements for the template there as well. And make sure you're on my email list because I'll email out the template with the template label to your email. Both of those links are in the description of this video. All right, let's get started. If you've been following along with me, the first Friday of every month is our template class, so we're going to add a new template today. For our templates, we just use a piece of cardstock to represent the card base, just to save space and to save paper. This one is 5.5 by 4.25. For the next layer, you need a piece that is 5.25 by 4. Then you're going to need a little strip that's 1/2 inch thick and 4 inches wide. And now our focal layer will go on a piece of, on this layer, which is 2 3/4 by 2.5. And then the focal layer is 2.5 by 2. Then when you glue it all together, it looks like this. Now make sure you're on my email list. I'm doing something new. The first Friday of every month for our template class, I'm emailing you the template and then the example card measurements also, and then also the label to go on the back. This was exclusively for my class, but I'm making it free in my project sheet. So if you're already on my email list, check your inbox. If you aren't on my email list, you can sign up. There's a link in the description. Okay, so now let's use this template to make a quick card for Christmas. I'm gonna use a basic beige card base. So when you go to make the card, you want it to be able to open. So this is gonna be 8.5 by 4.25 scored at 5.5. Now we're gonna take this layer, and remember, the measurements are gonna be right here on the back when you go to make your card. So you don't have to like look up the project sheet if you don't want to. Now you can add this layer directly on your card if you want to, but I am going to use, because this is a Christmas card, we're going to use falling snow. It is this gorgeous background. Now I'm using this Whisper White white craft ink, and I'm just gonna stamp it all over. Now when I go to stamp this, I gotta be really careful because I kind of went overboard and got ink there. So I just want to make sure I don't press down I want to make sure I'm pressing evenly and not too hard on the edges. Like I don't want to tilt this so that it gets that errant ink. And then just really press down in the center, and then just wait a minute for that ink to kind of soak up. Now look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Just a really subtle background. Now for the craft ink, this is different. This is going to have to dry. So you're gonna have to set this aside to use it later. Or if you're impatient like me, get your heat gun out and just hit it. Now I found the easiest way to clean off this big stamp is just to run it under cool water until all that ink comes off. And then I just blotted it with my hand towel. You can also use your Stamp and Scrub or your or something else, but that was just so fast. So now go ahead and just glue this right to the front of your card. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I forgot. We got to add something. All right, if you were following the template exactly and using a piece of paper strip, you can go ahead and glue that to your card. But what's great about templates is you change it up by the way you're inspired or what products you have. So I am going to switch out this piece for a piece of ribbon. So I'm going to use this 1/2 inch real red shiny ribbon. I'm going to lay my ribbon down, lay this on top of it, and I'm just going to tape the ends around. If you struggle to get things straight, you can use your grid paper. You can line up your paper on the grid paper and line up your ribbon on the grid paper, so then you know it's straight. I was really skimpy in cutting this. It's going to be a little bit hard. I'm going to wrap that around and then just tape it with just some regular tape. Now we can glue this down. I'm going to add a little bit more. Add some here. Now we can glue this to the front of our card, making sure this is straight. There we go. Now to make sure that gets adhered down really well, I like to open up my card and take the bone folder and just press it down, making sure those corners get down and everything. Now it's going to be nice and straight. Now we're going to work on that focal layer. So I'm going to put this aside and we're going to stamp. I'm going to be using this Gift of Joy stamp set. It is so much fun because you've got the outlines, which you could color with Stampin' Blends markers if you want, but it also has the stamps to fill in all of these things. I'm going to show you how to use those. They are so quick and easy. Now for all the example cards, I'm just using these 4 colors. Now this is going to go for all of the cards I'm going to show you, because I'm going to show you some more examples from this template and then some of the other cards I made with other templates, but we're going to use the same stamp sets and the same colors. So it's just going to give you a ton of ideas on how to use this really fun set. Now for this card, we're going to need these 3 pieces. So we're going to stamp the outline in Shaded Spruce right here in the middle. I am going to leave some space at the bottom to stamp my words. Then in Granny Apple Green, we're gonna get it on your fingers. And then we're gonna use this to fill in all of the leaves. The way I line this up, there is 1 leaf right there, which corresponds with this little leaf right, I don't know if you can see that, with that little leaf right there. And so I'm just gonna line that up and I'm gonna rotate this until all the leaves are in line and then stamp it down. And then you have it filled in with 1 stamp. I love that. Now we're going to come back with the red, which is going to fill in the berries and the petals of this flower, all with 1 stamp. Now I love this. You're going to be able to use different colors to use this throughout the year. So with this one, there are 3 little berries there, and I'm going to match them up with these 3 berries here, then rotate it so that the big flower is in line, and then the rest of the berries in line, and then stamp. That quick and easy. Lastly, we'll just put this little Happy Christmas right here at the bottom. Now we're going to stamp the inside of our card, and I'm going to make a wreath, so I need these 2 pieces and this bow. I pulled out my Stampin' Pierce mat. I definitely like to stamp on that. It just makes it turn out so much better. I should have done it with this one. So we're just going to do half a wreath here, and then you're going to rotate it to do the other half there. Now I'm going to use the Granny Apple to fill this in. So you just line up the wreath leaves and stamp them down. They don't fit perfectly, so it makes it just so easy because you don't really have to worry about messing up. That's just kind of the artistic way of doing it. And then lastly, it comes with this great bow that just put right there. And then we'll put this sentiment, wishing you a season wrapped in love and tied up with joy. So that'll be for the inside of our card. But while we have this all out, let's go ahead and stamp our envelope. For this, I'm going to put this present on the envelope. So you need these 3 pieces here. So you just stamp this box. And then here is the inside of the box. I mean, you can use this all year round just by changing up these colors. I mean, isn't that great? Put that on a birthday card. And now I'm going to put this on the back just so you can see how to use this little ornament. It's so cute. I'm going to stamp it in black. And then there's kind of like this hamburger looking thing that you just stamp to fill it in. And either way you rotate it, it's going to work, whether you've got it I mean, you obviously have to have the hamburger missing in the middle, but regardless of how you turn it 180, it's going to fit. So that just makes it so quick. The last piece in here, which I didn't show you, is just the stocking that you fill in, but that's pretty self-explanatory. I think I accidentally said explanatory. That is not a word. Explanatory. All right, so let's glue this on the inside, and then I'm going to show you some other examples using this exact same template, and then some cards I made, Christmas cards I made using this same thing, but from our new book. Now you can glue this directly on here if you want to, but I am going to pop it up with dimensionals. Just going to put it right over that ribbon, and this is just a really elegant, beautiful Christmas card. It was so quick and easy, and even the envelope is decorated. I love that. That's why I picked out this stamp set. I'm like, I love stamp sets that make it so easy. This one uses the Christmas present exactly like the template. Now this one, for the wreath, I needed this to be a little bit bigger. So I just bumped up the size of the focal layer and then bumped up the size of the layer behind it to match it. And I'll have the measurements for this variation on my website. Then I thought, I wonder how quick and easy I can make cards using the templates from this new book. So what I did was I looked at my stamp set and I'm like, okay, I need a template that is gonna fit some of the pieces in here. And so I just flipped through and then just landed on one that I liked. So the first one, I wanted to use this wreath, and I knew I needed kind of a bigger section for this focal layer. And then I used that same falling snow stamp set to create that little background piece and cut it into 3. Now for each of the templates in this book, there's one template with the measurements, and then we show the example cards to kind of give you an idea of how to use it the regular way and how to change it up to use it in a different way. So it gives you lots of ideas. This book has 48 card making templates and 96 card making ideas. The next one, I used template 37. And I rotated it. So instead of using it this way, I rotated it this way, used those little ornaments across the top, used that same falling snow to have in these corner pieces, and then just popped a ribbon right there. Then the last one, I used template 41. I was looking for a template that would kind of house all the little parts of this stamp set, and this one worked, and then filled in the rest of the squares with that falling snow, and then the other squares used all the little pieces of that stamp set. So I think that turned out so, so cute. So if you love quick and easy card ideas, this thing is going to save you so much time. It's going to give you so many ideas on how to use the supplies you have to make quick and easy cards. For this template, make sure you're on my email list to get that label on the back, but the measurements for all of these will be on my website. And then I'll have the pictures for these too, just to give you more ideas. If you love card making templates, I've got 2 ways for you to get templates. One is the card making book that I featured in this video. Get it for yourself for the holidays and get one for a friend or someone you love. This is just really gonna inspire you for this. This also comes digitally if you are from another country or if you prefer the digital copy. The other one is monthly. The ladies that I made this book with, we are creating a new series, Creativity Made Simple, Techniques, Templates, and Fun Folds. Every month we put out a new class that you get for free with a $50 order with me in the month that it comes out. We teach you a new technique, a new card template with 2 card examples and instructions, and then a fun fold template with card instructions for that too. So make sure to look into that. If you are on my team, you also get that for free. Find all the details for these on my blog post. Thank you so much for watching. Have a sunny day.